And it's so sad that most of the things that we do are actually low yielding. We don't think about it, and we just do things because that's what everybody does around us. We copy people around us, and we just end up just becoming mediocre people and just becoming, ordinary people. But the first thing, the first principles, building blocks for you to live a high yielding lifestyle is love. And I've been talking about love from different aspects and from different angles, about making yourself a person of love by loving God, loving your neighbor, loving people, but loving your neighbor. But today, we are used to saying love God and love people, or love God and love your neighbor. But today I decided to look at this from another aspect, because Christians become sometimes stereotypical. We become stereotyped about our understanding. So we just say, okay, we love God, loving people, you just loving people. You just loving your neighbor, you just loving people. But at the same time, we Christians that talk about love like this, we care less about peoples of other religion. We care less about unbelievers. We care less about even our own very relatives that are unbelievers. We don't care for them. Especially if they belong to other religion, like Muslims, like Buddhists, like people that don't serve the same God the same God as us, or don't have the same faith like us. Sometimes we become even wicked against people that are not like us and people of other faith. There was a day, I remember, I preached there and I spoke about Allah, that Christians and Muslims are serving the same God. That, of course, Muslims are making a lot of mistakes with Islam and, Muhammad and a lot of force in that religion. But still, they have the good intention of serving one God. And, a lot of my Christian brothers came against me big time. And I know where they're coming from, because they have been taught and they have been brainwashed to believe that Muslims cannot serve the same God as Christians, and that Muslims are serving a different God, they are serving idols. Maybe they are, but I have my own argument for me to say Christians and Muslims are serving the same God. But even if they are serving an idol, that's not an excuse not to love them. And just because I said we should love them and that we're serving the same God, people came against me like that. Can you then imagine the kind of hatred that is being extended and expressed to the Muslims themselves? So we are living a life of hatred towards Muslims, and we say we are people of love. We don't get it, because what God is saying is that we should love our neighbor. He didn't put any tag, religious tag on it. He didn't say you should just love them if they are of the same faith like yourself. He didn't say you should love your neighbor if you're like Christians like you. He didn't say you should love your neighbor who are Christians and hate the neighbor who is a Muslim. He said just love people.